And I consent for AJ to use the video. Hold on 1 second.
Somewhere the shit done got crazy. I just been driving Miss Daisy with my hands on the steering wheel and my eyes on the pavement. I give a fuck about where they went. I owe my lawyer a pay.
All right, cool.
All right, brother. So, where are we going?
We're going to Commercial Boulevard.
I can dig that. All right, and that makes sense because you know that's where I live.
All right.
So you already said what you do. When you were younger, what did you think you were going to be doing?
This, not the NFL. I wanted to cover the NBA.
Okay.
I was in 7th grade playing for our 7th grade junior high basketball team. I was a good student, smart kid, not the greatest athlete in the world. My coach took me to a Heat game. And he had the conversation with me. I know you want to have a career in sports because I thought I was, you know, I wanted to make the NBA.
Oh, of course, everybody did.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd be 6'8", playing in the league. Yes. Right now, setting picks for LeBron.
I wanted to make the NBA. He brought me to a Heat Bulls game.
Ooh, Jordan.
Jordan, back in those days.
Now just watch this as he spins baseline. He comes into the traffic, just throws it up, hoping. He peaked. Peaked didn't even like that.
And he said, I understand that you want to be on the court, but he was like, you see that person right there? That's a referee. You see that person right there? That's a statistician. You see those people who sit front row? They're writers. You see those people who are over there? They're executives. He's like, if you want to be around sports, there's a lot of things that you could do outside of playing the sport.
If you could relive any moment in your life and either redo it or you ain't got to redo it, just experience it again, what would it be and why?
You know what? If I could redo anything in my life, I think I would have gone to film school instead of majoring in journalism. Like, I've always had a passion for film and doing film productions and making movies and things of that nature. And I have the mind for it. I have the creativity for it. But at the time, I was so stuck and so tunnel vision on, okay, I'm gonna be a journalist, I'm gonna be a sports reporter, I'm gonna be this and that. If I had to do something over again, I probably would have went to college and went to film school. I still can go and get a master's in film production or get another degree, but you know, I got a family and kids.
Don't nobody want to go back to school, man. Trust me. Hey, man, I'm doing it right now, and it's a pain in the ass. I'll tell you that much. Every day I'm in class, I'm sitting there like, man, what am I doing here? Like, I have a job, like, I have everything, like, but you got to grit through it. You got to finish it. I tell that. Goes on to my next question, which would be, if you could look in the camera right now and say, this is 14-year-old Omar.
Yes.
14-year-old Omar, because there's going to be some kids watching this too. 14-year-old Omar, if you could give yourself any advice as a teenager, what would it be?
14-year-old Omar, dream bigger. I think I had big dreams, but I don't think they were big enough. Like, I should have dreamed to run a major Fortune 500 company, or make the next Gladiator, or or I always wanted to make music videos. Like, why didn't I?
Yeah.
If this was my dream and I achieved my dream at 20-something years old, okay, what if I had a bigger dream?
Exactly.
It would have probably been harder to achieve, but who's to say that I wouldn't have gotten there? And that's what I admire about like players like that are professional athletes. People don't understand this, but you guys are living your childhood dream.
Yeah.
And you've worked really hard to get there.
Yeah, for a decade.
For a decade.
Well over a decade.
And that's what people don't understand. One, professional athletes, super competitive, super goal-oriented, and incredibly driven. You have to be the most ridiculously talented guy to have gotten to the NFL or the NBA without any of those three criteria.
Absolutely. And I couldn't have said that any better myself. I say that all the time. I was like, 90% of guys in the NFL are there because they just worked their ass off to get there, and the other 10%, we're just born with it. And
yeah.
And you just can't. When somebody's born with it, I wish I was. It would make my life a lot easier. But sometimes you just got it, and when you got it, you can do whatever you want. But the guys that got it and then also bust their ass the whole time, those guys end up being the all-time greats. All right, so this is a pretty serious question.
All right.
Have you ever played the game KMF?
No.
Okay. It's Kill, Marry,
Okay. All right. Excellent.
So your KMF is Oprah, Judge Judy, Betty White.
Okay, I'm definitely marrying Oprah.
Obviously, that's the consensus.
Okay, I have to kill Betty White.
Hey, look, here's the thing. I say the same thing, but at the same time, I might just kill Judge Judy just so I can have the story with Betty White. You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, yeah, it's Betty White. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't thought of, you know, I'm just, it was like a either or, right? Like, because if you put Oprah in the equation, you have, like the Chappelle episode said,
Oprah, I love you, baby.
I love you too, David Chappelle.
You got to marry Oprah.
You got to marry
Oprah.
Also, great divide in America. We keep a tally on this show. Pepsi or Coke?
Oh, Pepsi, no question about it. If you are, it's funny that you say that, because I have this argument and discussion. It tastes different to everybody. To me, Coke is way too sweet.
That's why I think Coke's way too harsh. That's why I like Pepsi.
You like Pepsi because it's sweet?
I like Pepsi because it tastes better, not because it's sweet.
Oh, everybody, it clearly tastes better.
No question.
But then you go to people like my father who thinks Coke tastes better. It's no comparison. Pepsi, without a doubt, over. Like if I go to Burger King, I would usually get a Pepsi wherever if I'm gonna get a soda. But if you don't have Pepsi, I'm asking you if you have Pepsi products, because
point blank period.
Yeah.
And then if you say it's Coke, okay, I'll be like,
give me a Sprite. Yeah. Everyone said, just give me a Sprite. It doesn't matter.
Give me a Sprite, bro. Hey, shout out Sprite. If y'all want to sponsor this, you're welcome to. Hey, so here's another one that a lot of people, no one's been able to do it yet. I'm probably the only person in the car during all of the interviews that can actually do it. Can you name at least one of your congressional representatives?
In Congress,
either one of your senators or your House members.
Frederica Wilson. She was actually my mentor when I grew up. She's I believe the House of the Senate. I think she's in the Senate.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank God. Because
I was in politics, so
because you're the first person to be able to say that. Nobody else has been able to do that yet, and it's depressing to me because, you know, I majored in government and politics, and to me, politics is a major thing. So like, it makes me cringe when people can't do it. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
It was a month before my 16th birthday.
Okay.
It was a birthday present.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Best birthday present you ever got?
No, it actually wasn't that great.
What? Oh no!
It got better as we went along. But I appreciate the sacrifice. I appreciate. I'm incredibly thankful. Took tremendous planning. Like, people don't realize how, like, when you're a teenage boy,
you gotta wait for the parents to be gone, and we gotta be gone long enough.
You gotta spend like a month talking her into it, like,
and then your whole mindset. What happens to your whole mindset is, like, in your mind, you're thinking your first time easily going to be an hour. So I need to have at least an hour and a half of free time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have an hour and a half where your parents won't be home. And then what ends up happening because of that is you end up having a lot of extra time. Who is the most caring person in your life?
The most caring person in my life would probably have to be my daughter. I have a 22-year-old stepdaughter, and she will literally sacrifice everything, drop everything to take care of everybody except for herself.
Oh man!
And that is a admirable trait.
But it can
as
be,
her parent,
it can be overbearing, man.
Yeah, no question about it. And when you as a parent, you have to sit there and you're like, Sean, take care of you, focus on you, do you, worry about you, fix you, instead of trying to. She will rather fix everybody else except for herself and let herself, you know, suffer or sacrifice or whatnot. But it's an admirable trait. Everybody is made differently. It's incredibly admirable trait.
What is your favorite guilty pleasure snack?
Hershey's Nuggets with the almonds. It has to be with the almonds. Don't give me anything else with the almonds. They come in a gold little wrapper. I might eat 4 a night. If I've been really bad, I'll eat 8 a night. But I literally, my body craves them while I go to sleep. The chocolate helps me sleep. It's like it settles your stomach. It's amazing that they wrap them in gold nugget wrappers. I can tell you they cost $4.36.
So you're saying you bought a couple before?
Oh, I buy them every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll eat a pack a week.
Do you think OJ did it?
Yes, I think OJ did it.
Obviously.
However, I admired the fact that OJ was a perfect lesson that taught us that with money, anything is possible.
Anything's possible!
Do you think that you could beat me in a race?
No, I can't.
Thank you.
And the
You're
reason,
the first person to actually keep it real on here.
the reason why I say no is because I have raced 300-pound professional athletes before, and they've destroyed me.
See, what happens is, I get this, and people that I do this interview with, they don't know that I'm a pro athlete at the time.
Okay.
So then they think I'm just some big-ass dude.
Okay.
So then they're like, yeah, I can beat you in a race. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Oh, that is hilarious.
You feel like putting your money where your mouth is, or no? No? Oh, okay.
People don't realize how athletic, even like the funny thing is, here's a very interesting story. I started working out years ago, probably what year? Second year of his career, probably in 2009. And the reason I started working out was because I was getting, a little sloppy, and I said to myself, but all I do is criticize athletes all the time, professional athletes, by the way. So if you show up to camp at 340 pounds, I'm going to be like, AJ Francis is a fat ass.
Hey, and I'm gonna keep it real. If I show up at 340, I've been doing some fat shit. Like I've been eating like pizza every night.
Yeah.
And like going to 7-Eleven, get them slushies. Like at 340, trust me, when I was on IR, at one point I didn't step on a scale because I didn't have to, and I was just eating whatever I wanted because I knew I didn't have to be ready to play and nothing like that. Just rehabbing whatnot. I stepped on the scale one day at 348. I said, "Oh, I got to get my life in order."
Get on the scale, son. Get off the scale.
I was like, I'm just being too gluttonous right now.
Yeah. So my whole thought process was, you know what, if I'm going to criticize professional athletes, and at that time, Paul Soliai was a bust. Soliai was like a bust, and he was trying to transform his career, but he was like at 350 pounds, and I was like, you know what? Paul Soliai could probably beat me in a foot race at 350 pounds. Maybe I need to get myself in better shape.
Right now is your moment. At this very moment, share whatever it is you want with the world. Positive, negative, get it off your chest. Go.
I think I misunderstood. I think people who there's a huge difference between people who know me and then people who know of me. And like my thing in 2015 is to bridge the gap between the people who know me. Like if you follow me and you want to meet me on the road.
Hold on. But let me follow, just so we can all get this clear. Just because you follow me doesn't mean you know me.
Correct.
And that's what he's about to say. But like, there's so many people that think they know my life, and have no idea because they follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, no. You follow me, and you think you know me, but you really don't know. You know of me.
Correct.
You know some things that I like. You know I like hip hop. You know I like cars. You know I got 2 kids. But you don't know of me. You don't know what my family's like or what my struggle was. You know I'm Jamaican, but you don't know my hustle. You don't know my work ethic. Yeah, you see me working in the morning, but you don't know, you just don't know. And that's the thing. Like my thing is now it's about bridging the divide between the people who know me. Like if you meet me, you'll generally like me. I'm a kind person. I'm a nice person. I come off as a diva, have a diva reputation, but that's just because of the way that I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, you have to present a certain image persona so people don't f with you.
Yeah. So this is what I like to call a 5-minute warning.
Okay.
All right. I know you've seen the memes, the aux cord memes. Here's the aux cord. You can play whatever song you want right now. Got it, your favorite song right now, favorite song all time, whatever you want to play. And then, guess what? Or we can play it on my phone, whatever. And then, once we play it, we got to jam out to it. I'm talking about full on, like, singing hard, like you're in concert and he pulled you on stage. Like,
okay, that's
what we gonna do.
All right. Well, my song, well, I probably have to be Kanye West. Yo, you gonna do? How you gonna do the drum? You gotta turn it up though.
Okay.
So follow me up, cause this shit about to go. I'm doing 500, I'm out of control. But there's nowhere to go. And there's nowhere to slow. If I knew what I knew in the past, I would have been blacked out on your ass.
If this was an Uber ride, you know, what would my rating be, dog? Out of 5 stars.
You would get 5 stars.
See, that's what I'm saying. I get every ride I've got is 5 stars.
It's great conversation. That's why I think you're gonna be a great Uber driver or a great professional in whatever area you are, because you're one of those people that people gravitate to and want to relate to.
Appreciate that.
You're a cool dude.
Appreciate that. So right now, we always end the same way. The shout outs. I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Geico for my insurance. Shout out Dodge, American Muscle. You know what I'm saying?
I know you in the American cars. I'm not.
What? Made in America, just like me.
Hey, I wish I could be. I wasn't made in America, but I respect the American muscle and I respect the American grind. You just got to make a better sports car for me, man.
What? You see this thing you whipping in right now?
This is not. This is a muscle car. I need a sports car.
You're right.
This is a muscle car.
You're right. I can't even lie. This is a muscle car. You know what I'm saying?
There's difference between muscle and sport.
It's bad boy right here, muscle car. Shout out Best Buy and Walmart where I got all my gear. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Uber. Shout out the Dolphins. Appreciate y'all not making this a bigger deal than it is and being blown that I'm getting all this publicity for something that I shouldn't even be getting publicity for in the first place. Shout out my fam. Shout out, man, Baltimore. We got to do better, man. I'm right today. I'm sitting there watching all the stuff from the riots and stuff, man. Man, we got to do better in Baltimore, man. So I'm shouting out Baltimore, but we got to do better, man. And Omar, go.
Shout out to my family, everybody, including my 2 grandmas who are in the hospital at the present moment. And shout out to my wife, my kids.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, no, of course. No, she wouldn't mind. Shout out to Sun Sentinel, who's been with me forever. Been 15 years, good times. I'm a loyal guy, so I'm still here, still riding. And shout out for QAM, opportunity to do radio and make another dream come true.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, I'm thinking I could bring a cool perspective to this show.
3 people in one booth, though. 3 people in one studio is a lot, but you definitely can bring a cool perspective to the show. It's about how you can flip your career, and you are doing exactly what you need to do in terms of the ideas, the marketing, the branding, the interviews. You know how to flip a situation and make it better, man. And that's a true hustler. Man. That's a true hustler.
Hey, what 50 say? Man, I'm just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hey, you can always tell who came from a hustler's mentality.
Hey, man, I got it honest from my pops. I can't deny it. My pops, man. My pops used to be, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't gonna say, hey, love you, pops. I ain't gonna put you on blast. I ain't gonna do that to you in America.
He's just a hustler, man. Sometimes you gotta hustle to survive.
Yeah, you gotta hustle, man. That's what it is. No problem. Hopefully we get one of these people to call me up for this Uber ride, dog, so I can actually get you for what you're here for. And then, and then that way, boom, we could be on the way. Holla at y'all. We out here.
About to call your ass a Uber. I got somewhere to be.
Especially with NFL players, I'm sure none of them are all clean. You know, come over.
Trust me. I live with Sam Brenner and Don Jones. Don Jones ain't cleaned shit since he's been in the house. He ain't cleaned a thing since he's been in the house. Brenner's.
So hold on. How do you do the chores? How do you handle the chores?
The chores is shit is just dirty until I decide that it needs to be cleaned, and then I clean it.